want to address a couple things, starting with the St. Martin Housing Development Foundation. This year will mark the 20th anniversary of the St. Martin Housing Development Foundation. I've been having extensive meetings with the foundation, looking at ways moving forward in producing and providing affordable housing and social housing to the people of St. Martin. Looking back at the past 20 years, there has been some ups and downs, some lessons to be learned. In the past previous years, there were some negative publicity surrounding the foundation. At the moment, there is new management, and we are looking on ways on government assisting the Housing Foundation in moving forward in a positive manner. Government, in extension, the Ministry of ROMI, is assisting the foundation in different ways in providing policies, housing vision, and so forth, in providing subsidies to assist individuals in the lower bracket, to assist them in subsidies to pay the monthly rent, and also providing property for development. Two areas we focus on our discussions. One was the sales program, and the other is the future plans of the foundation. Currently, the St. Martin Housing Development Foundation is in the process of selling 2 newly built homes in Belvedere to existing tenants. I was privileged to have a tour of those newly constructed homes, and I must say I was very impressed with the level of the quality of work and the finishing, and at the price that those houses will be sold. In addition, 6 additional units will be constructed by the foundation for the purpose of selling as well. The objective of the sales program is to increase revenue, which aims to enhance housing opportunities for the socio-economically weak in society with affordable and safe housing. Residents will have the opportunity to acquire home ownership at a low cost. In discussion with the St. Martin Housing Development Foundation, they have indicated that tenants have the first preference in all the sale programs, thereby allowing others on the waiting list the opportunity to obtain a subsidized rental home. We also discussed future plans. One of my concerns was with the existing, is with the existing homes in Belvedere. The maintenance of those homes is, some of those homes are in deplorable state. And in discussions moving forward, how can we create a structural maintenance programs to upgrade those houses? It was indicated that in February, there is a plan to kick off a structural maintenance program where complaints filed by tenants, those will get first priority, the urgent cases. There were some repairs done in 2015, about 80% of the homes there. Some repairs was executed with roofing and gutters and so forth. This year, 2016, they plan to maintain and do maintenance on homes on the Anna Hope Estate Road and homes on the Belvedere Main Road. This will include the interior and the exterior of the homes, paintwork, replacing of windows, etc. And they also plan to beautify the entrance of Belvedere. Seeing that funds are limited, the capital expenditures and for structural maintenance, it needs to be done in a phased manner, and they plan that every year a section will be executed where maintenance is
We do have, unfortunately, our first Zika confirmed case in St. Martin. But it's unclear, we're still gathering details. The person did travel outside of St. Martin before being tested. So this is a distinction that I think it's important to make, that we're not sure whether this was contracted locally or if it was contracted abroad and then the person returned to St. Martin. So again, this is important because it's a big difference. If you got bit by a mosquito that had the Zika virus in St. Martin, or if you were traveling abroad and contracted it somewhere else. Nonetheless, the actions from the community are the same. Our focus still has to be on citizen engagement, has to be on elimination of breeding grounds, has to be on preventative measures, in other words, to make sure that we're not getting bit by mosquitoes and therefore passing the virus on within the community. So we've made good progress in citizen awareness, but I still have the feeling that in terms of really engagement, in terms of citizens being more proactive in their communities, in terms of eliminating breeding grounds, I think we can still do better, and those are things that the ministry will continue to work on. And those obviously include things like cleaning your yards. One of the things that they're finding very common is most houses have cisterns, and most of these cisterns have overflows, which is just a simple pipe that when the water level in the cistern reaches too high a level, the water can discharge. Those very often are not screened, and those provide perfect entry points for the mosquitoes to come into the cisterns, which are ideal breeding grounds for mosquitoes. We still see a lot of garbage along the road. We've sent a letter to VOMI asking for a cleanup campaign in St. Martin. The mosquitoes that spread the Zika virus are known as container breeding mosquitoes, meaning that they like to breed in the bottles and garbage along the side of the road that collect rainwater. That little bit of water that sits in the bottles, those provide excellent breeding grounds. So think twice about throwing your garbage outside the window. Unfortunately, I still see it on far too common a basis. We are in the process of securing another phone number, and I hope this will be done by the end of today or tomorrow. So the current number for reporting and breeding grounds is 542-2078, which I can never remember, which is why we've come with another number. TELM has been assisting us, and that's 520-CALL. So that will be linked to a smartphone, so that way you'll be able to send WhatsApp messages, you'll be able to send photos, and we expect that will be working within the next day or so. So that's 550-CALL.
Bob, I see you got a new couch. Now you don't have anything else to worry about. Uh-oh, but don't worry about it. With your Be Sure home insurance, the contents of your home are all covered for free.
Are you Be Sure? Be Sure.
Yeah, for free. Bob, I can understand why you're parking so carefully. Of course, when you can get 80% discount on your Be Sure car insurance. But that's overdoing it, Bob.
Are you Be Sure? Be Sure.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is freedom, this is life. Happiness is all I'm seeking. Carpe diem, I'm seizing every day, not just the weekend. Here's to all the good times that have come to last. Here's to living in the now.
When you can afford what you crave, life just gets so
So
good.
alive and I'm feeling good, so good, so good, so good. Hey, I'm gonna live my life, feeling good, so good, real good, so
KFC, so good for everyone.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Life is a journey full of connections. You're in safe hands even when life starts too soon. You don't have to miss a single beat. When a bad hair day makes you sad, just sharing can bring you joy and more to come. They take the plunge, turn fear into faith, while you capture those beautiful moments. In the game of life, it's family that counts. They'll be there even when you lose. We all have our moments of reflection and hope. And when you feel you're losing everything in life, we're there because there's more to come. When life starts too soon, you don't have to miss a single beat. We're here to connect you and share life. Telcel, when you want.
Need a loan that's quick and easy. Island Finance. Up to 50,000 guilders real easy. Island Finance. For education, a renovation. That's no problem. Yes, it's true. That's not all. They're quick and friendly too. Island Finance. Appliances, vacations, even fix your car. You can depend on Island Finance.
In order to prepare your students for the FBE exam, I'd like to remind parents that it was decided to make the past papers available by the department, by the minister actually, but it is being carried out by the division exams. We have done this exam for 4 years, and after numerous requests by both parents and teachers, it is now possible for you to purchase these exams. These can be obtained at the Division of Examinations and will be sold in a package comprising of 1 copy of each test paper. Each package will have the test papers for Dutch, English, the general knowledge, and mathematics. The price is 50 guilders. For more information on this, you can contact the Division of Exams at 542-3296. A quick reminder, though, that this is not to take away from the fact that the exams are based on the curriculum and that the content of the examination papers are just a means of practice for the students, that the guide for the test will remain the FBE curriculum. So I hope to inform all of those who are interested in that that can be done. Also, in good news, I'm sure many are aware by now that St. Martin has a local hero on the international level. Mr. Casey Carty is returning this evening at 8 p.m. on Liette flight, and we together, Government of St. Martin, in collaboration with NAGICO, who has for years been the main engine behind cricket on St. Martin, we are collaborating to welcome Mr. Carty, and that will take place this evening at 8 p.m. The airport has made provisions. We are, of course, inviting the general public to attend and to show support for Casey as our first to make it to this level. As a matter of fact, it's the first time that the West Indies had made it to the Under-19 championship round, to the fact that we are actually the champions as a West Indies. St. Martin has never had a member on the West Indies team, and he now seems to be a prospect for future, for the senior team as well. So we look forward to seeing him continue to grow, and I believe that the entire St. Martin should stand behind him, because that's a positive light that's being shined outside into the world and will continue to do so. As he has been named man of the match in that, also in the championship match, this is an extra prestatia, extra success for him personally and for the country, and I believe we should all look for the opportunity to embrace this as a country, not only in sports, but in tourism, in general. And I think this young man is now seen as a sense of hope for all other budding athletes on St. Martin, that it is possible. So there will be a small ceremony at the airport. The airport has granted the opportunity for the public to park for free from 8 p.m. until closing time, so that wouldn't be an issue. There will be a mini celebration inside before we come out into the open arrival halls. We will go in to meet him with dignitaries and his parents, etc. And then when he comes out, then the public will get the opportunity to hear a few words from him as well. To do so even formally, the government has made this hall available tomorrow at 2 for a press conference, which will be held with him and his parents, as well as coaches, Cricket Association, etc., so that the public can get to know him on an even better level. And then the culmination of all this will be on Sunday, where we'll be having a bigger celebration, which will start at the cricket field at 4 p.m. The general public, of course, is invited, along with several dignitaries, etc., the press, the media, where he will be presented with some awards, etc., so that we can celebrate him. And then there will be a motorcade which will leave from there and go into several districts. More information on this, of course, will be given in the press conference tomorrow.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
One,
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4,
4.
4. But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness.
Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as one.
2.
3.
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
Payment of the examinations of Cambridge Dutch at the St. Dominic High and the St. Martin Academy, previously paid for by the schools, and this is more or less an increase of $45,000. We also had the payment of the IB examinations. They were never paid for by the Ministry of Education. They were paid for by the parents and fundraising activities, and in 2016, the minister budgeted $53,972 for this. On question 20, on the area of public education, the MP's question was, personnel costs were decreased by 10.9%. Please explain. There were 8 critical FTE vacancies for school teachers were not recruited, replaced, as these vacancies and FTE will be reevaluated in 2016 based on a thorough needs assessment. What is being done about the increase of undocumented students in public education? As to the impact of the undocumented students in the public schools, this so far has proven to be an issue that requires close cooperation between the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Justice. In order to alleviate unnecessary challenges for the students and the schools, research will be completed before the end of the school year about the distribution and the possibilities of transitional classes as well. How does the reduction in personnel cost compensate for the increase in enrollment? At this stage, the quality of education is secured. Data still has to be compiled and analyzed in order to complete a more effective personnel planning based on students' enrollment, specific requirements, and the size of the operational schools. What plans are in place to curtail undocumented students from inflating our budget? On one hand, it is government's responsibility to live up to every child's right to an education. On the other hand, we can observe that the current compulsory education legislation provides too much opportunity for easy enrollment of children that just land on St. Martin without even a tourist visa. We will continue to work in close cooperation with the Minister of Justice to keep it at a minimum, align procedures, and review possibilities to adapt the current compulsory education law. Will the compulsory education law be re-evaluated? The Department of Education is in the process of re-evaluating policies and ordinances. The ordinance on compulsory education is not on the priority list for 2016, but eventually it will happen once other priorities are completed and implemented. The total budget for personnel for third parties for the entire ministry was increased by 249%. Please explain why. This is for the Division of Public Education and amounts of $129,912. This is meant for substitute temporary teachers for the public schools. Has the Minister of Education identified a difference in education quality between the public schools and the subsidized schools? If yes, what is being done to tackle this problem? We do observe some differences in performance, but in order to make a fair comparison, we need a fully established supervisory framework. In the framework, differences in student population, etc., need to be incorporated in order to compare the performance to established standards. The Inspectorate is working hard on establishing this, and the Department of Education is in the process of drafting the ordinance on the inspection of education because it is a high priority for 2016. It is to expect to discuss the standards on teaching quality, educational process, output, student care, internal quality, monitoring, management, financial management, and compliance with the laws and regulations within the Ministry of Education and with the full educational field before the summer. The next step then would be to monitor all schools according to this framework. This will result in more specific and objective data in more specific advice on how to improve performance of school.